Hello friends, are you struggling with the Flylady system? Well then try this. Try doing the Flylady system as a means of self-discipline. Don't worry about getting your whole house completely beautiful in 1 week. That's never going to happen. Instead, say, I am going to work on this little piece of my house. So before you do any work in your house, though, I want you to learn the routines. So the first thing you're going to do is what I call a 3-layer cake. The first layer of the Flylady system is the routines. So we'll talk about that today. You can also go watch other videos that I've made on routines. But the routines, followed by the basic weekly plan, that's the second layer of your cake. And the third and final layer is the zones. That's when you actually get rid of clutter. I know that clutter is driving you crazy. I know that you want to do it now, but I'm telling you, I am you. I have been there, and this is the way to do it. You start with your routines because your routines take care of you. Your routines are about you. The routines are the morning routine, the laundry routine, the paper routine, the after dinner routine, the before bed routine, and the Clutter Stop routines. I know that sounds like so many routines, but they're all tiny and one just flows into the next. And before you know it, you've gone through the whole day and you've done your routines. Routines are for you. I know that laundry doesn't sound like it would be for you, but how do you feel when you have dirty laundry in a giant pile in Mount Washmore? Or maybe you've done your laundry and now you've got all this stuff to fold. I call that Mount Foldmore. How does that make you feel? It puts a lot of pressure on you. It's not good for you. So instead, when we do laundry, we want to do one load and complete that load. Now, I know you might have 12 loads that need to be done and you think that's ridiculous, Kat. I've got to do all these loads. Well, they're still only going to be done one load at a time. So your commitment is to complete the first load before you complete the second load. Completing your laundry means folding it and putting it away, or hanging it up and putting it away. One average load of laundry takes about 7 minutes to fold. So plan 7 to 10 minutes to fold your clothes when you take them out of the dryer. Don't say, I'll get to it later. That never happens, and that's when you end up with Mount Foldmore. But that's just one tiny example. All these things I'm telling you are for you so that you'll feel better. So the morning routine simply gets you out of bed before the family. I know that seems hard, especially if your family gets up at 6 and you have to get up at 5:30, but it will make a huge difference if you get up at 5:30. Do the parts that take care of you so that when you reach your family at 6, when they're getting up, you're dressed, your hair is done, you have on your makeup, your toilet is clean, your sink is clean, the dishes are put away from the dishwasher, and you've got a load of laundry going already. That makes you feel in control and less like a martyr. When you get up and you're in your PJs and you haven't had your coffee and everybody's demanding of you, it makes you feel more like a martyr, like, oh my gosh, I want to take care of me, please leave me alone, right? So you want to get up before them. Now, if you have to get up at 5:30, that means you have to go to bed at a decent hour. That's also part of your health care. That's part of your self-care. So in your before bed routine, you would plan, if you're getting up at 5:30, that you need to be in bed by 10 or whatever time it is that gives you the right amount of hours of sleep. If you need 7.5 hours, you need to be asleep by 10. If you need 8 hours, you need to be asleep by 9:30. I think 10:30, 11:30. Yeah, that's right. So do your math, figure out what time you need to go to bed and start going to bed on time. That's going to make a tremendous difference. Having the right amount of sleep, drinking enough water, eating meals properly, cutting out excess sugar, these things are going to make you feel better, okay? So this is the trick, is get up and do your morning routine. Then put a load of laundry in. While your laundry's going, make yourself something to drink. If you have paper clutter, I have a plan where you go through 6 inches a week. You just take 6 inches of paper off of any pile of paper or collect 6 inches of paper from your house, put them in one area so that at breakfast time before everyone gets up, you're able to take off a stack of 1 inch. Now here's an inch. From this knuckle to this knuckle, that's an inch. right in there. It's not this much, it's a little bit. So you take that inch of paper and you go through it. The fact is that 90% of all paper clutter is trash. So only a little bit of that is going to require action. But you're looking for paper that requires action. So you're getting out anything that needs to be filed, anything that needs to be responded to, anything that needs to be paid, anything that requires some kind of action. Maybe you need to put it in your planner. Maybe it's your cousin's birthday and you threw it in there and you need to put it in your planner. So that's what you're doing. You're getting it in your planner. You need a planner, by the way. If you don't have a planner, then you're going to feel like you're working without tools. This is the ultimate tool, a planner. This particular planner comes from She's in Her Apron. Watch her videos. She's got her own planner and it works great for the system that I'm teaching. It's perfect, as a matter of fact, and I never say perfect, but this planner is the best planner I've ever used. So you want to go to She's in Her Apron and look in her drop-down box and see if she's got it out there yet for 2022. This is the 2021, 2022s are coming up. Anyway, you want your planner. If you don't have this planner or you choose not to buy this planner, at least have some planner where you write down what you're going to do every day. Okay, so that's another trick. So far you've got 2 tricks, all your routines and a planner. The routines that you want to do, besides the morning routine and the laundry routine and the paper routine, are your after dinner routine. So after dinner, there's some things you want to do. Number 1, you want everyone who eats to put their dish in the dishwasher or in the sink. Number 2, somebody needs to wipe the counters. Number 3, somebody needs to wipe the table. Number 4, somebody needs to sweep the floor. Number 5, somebody needs to wipe off the stove. And number 6, somebody needs to take care of the pots and pans. So that's what you want to do. You want to take care of these things so that you have a clean kitchen in the morning. All right? And then your before bed routine is when you take your shower and you wash your face and you moisturize your skin, get that makeup off from the day, comb your hair or wash your hair, lay out your clothes for tomorrow. That's very important. Today's clothes for me are very simple. A long sleeve t-shirt, a beige sweater, some jeans, and a cute little pair of beige flats. That's what I laid out for me in Florida. That's what I put on. I don't pick out something else in the morning. I put on what I thought about the night before. I looked at the weather. I knew what I wanted to wear. I knew what I was going to do. So that's what I want you to do. As you can see, I live in an RV full time. So I dress in RV style, very leisurely, okay? But you dress whatever way suits you, as long as you are presentable. And that is another thing about feeling good about yourself, is being presentable. Okay, and if you want to learn more about being presentable, watch the Daily Connoisseur with Jennifer L. Scott, and she will talk all about being presentable. I just love her. I think she's awesome. All right, so if you've been struggling with the Flylady system, you've probably been trying to do too many things at once. There's only one other thing I want you to do as far as your routines go, and that's what I call a clutter stop. And that is that you look at the flat surfaces in your home, you just give it a look and see what's not in place. If you see something out of place, pick it up, don't pass it up. And you can also delegate that duty to some of your family members. If your son leaves his big sneakers in front of the couch, honey, go put your sneakers up, please. Go put them by the front door, go put them in your room. If you have little children with toys, time to put your toys away, please. You can play with them, but pick them all up first so that we can walk through here and then take out what you want. You're doing this 3 times a day. It's going to make a huge difference in the way your house looks, and it's also going to prevent future clutter, because the clutter that you have now that you can't seem to get to, and we will get to that clutter is there because of leaving clutter around, and suddenly clutter on top of clutter sort of cements together, and then you've got this clutter that you don't want to deal with, and so you shove it into a box and you take it into the back room when neighbors come over or friends come over, and then suddenly the back room is just full of junk and you haven't looked at it in 2 years. Most of it's probably trash because you haven't looked at it in 2 years. But what you're going to do for clutter is you're going to do clutter stops to prevent it from adding any more clutter, number 1. And then you're going to work in your zone to go through your clutter. But first, get the routine down. Then once you've got your routine down, you've done that for a week or 2, you feel comfortable with that, I know you're seeing stuff that needs to be done, and I want you to look at it and say, I see you, and I have a plan for you, because there is a plan for that clutter. There is a plan for the things that are wrong in your house. So you're going to make that plan on a piece of paper. Just write it in your planner, put it in next month. These are the things I want to look at next month. And so when you see it the next time, you say, I already have a plan for you. If your husband says, when are you going to clean up this stuff? I've got a plan for it. I'm working on it next month. Okay? And then when you get to the next week or two after you've done your routines, then you can start doing your basic weekly plan. That's actually what I called the third layer, but I want you to do that next. The basic weekly plan is taking care of your groceries and paying your bills and buying your, cleaning out your car and your purse and running errands and doing a little weekly housekeeping, okay? That's your basic weekly plan, and it goes like this. On Mondays, you do your weekly home blessing hour. It's just a blessing. It's not a deep clean. It's okay that it's not a deep clean. Stop deep cleaning. Now's not the time. Until you get all that clutter gone, we're just going to do this little surface cleaning. It's going to be good enough. And there are 6 parts to this. Number 1, strip your bed and wash your sheets. Don't fold them and put them away when they're dry. Put them on your bed when they're dry. Don't waste time. Now, I know that there are my clients who live in the UK who may not have dryers, and they have to lay their things inside this time of year on drying racks and wait for them to dry. In your case, you're going to have to put a set of sheets on your bed off of the shelf because they're not going to be dry in time. But if you've got a dryer, please know how lucky you are and take those sheets and put them on your bed. Don't fold sheets. Okay, you have nice, sweet, clean sheets on your bed. Then the other things and that doesn't take like 10 minutes all at one time. It takes 2 minutes to pull it off your bed and 1 minute to put it in the washing machine and 1 minute to start the washing machine. So that's 4. Then you're going to transfer it to the dryer when it's done. That's 5. Then you're going to take it out and put it on your bed. That's 10. That's 10 minutes total. So don't think, oh my gosh, I've got to wash my sheets, dry them and put them on the bed. I'll be here hours. Well, yeah, it happens over maybe hours, because maybe they wash for 45 minutes or so, or maybe mine here in my RV wash for an hour and 25 minutes sometimes on this little washer I have. Drying them may take a little bit of time, say 45 minutes in a standard dryer, maybe longer. And then putting them on the bed takes a few minutes, but you're actually doing passive things. You're doing other things while those clothes are washing. Then you've got 5 more things to do, 5 more things. 1, you're going to dust your whole house. Don't freak out. You need a good duster. Go to flylady.net and buy her feather duster. Look online for a code. I know there's a code out there right now that will save you like 30%. Just look for 2021 November code for Flylady tools, and you'll find one. Put it in there and buy that. Instead of paying $40, it'll be around $27, $28. It will last you 10 years. Dollar cost averaging says that's $2.80 a year. So it's much cheaper than a Swiffer, and it's much easier than a Swiffer. A Swiffer duster means you have to move things off and dust and then put things on and eventually buy a new Swiffer thing to put on there. Not with a feather duster. It just feather dusts the top. It grabs the dust. It's not a crappy, and I hate to say that word, but it's not crappy. It's a really fine feather duster. You take it outside and shake the dust out of it and go put it away for the week and use it the next week and the next week and the next week. It's a fabulous feather duster, and you don't move things around. No, it doesn't clean like you would with Pledge and a cloth, but that's deep cleaning. We're doing light cleaning. So 10 minutes, you can do 5 rooms, 2 minutes a room. So think of the 5 rooms and dust. The third little job is emptying all the little garbage bins in your house. 10 minutes at the maximum to even take the liners out and put new liners in. The fourth little job is taking a microfiber cloth, getting it partially wet, and wiping the spots off the mirrors and glass in your home. Again, you're not wiping the whole thing. You're not using Pledge and paper towels. You're using a microfiber towel or cloth. You're wiping the little sprays where the toothpaste goes on the bathroom mirror. You're wiping the fingerprints off the sliding glass door, just wherever you see little spots. So you're not messing with the mirror that nobody touches all week. It doesn't have spots on it. This is, again, not deep cleaning. So when those are done, then you only have 2 things left to do in your weekly home blessing hour, and that would be to vacuum your house and mop your kitchen and bathrooms. Oh my gosh, that'll be 3 hours. No, it won't be 3 hours. Number 1, you need a really lightweight vacuum. I would recommend a little Bissell online. They're about, $35 now. Things are going up with this embargo and everything, but it's not very expensive, and it's very lightweight, and you can use it just to get the middles of your floors or the edges of hardwood wood floors where the hair and stuff blows to the outside. So you pick 5 rooms and you vacuum each one for 2 minutes. I would recommend the master bedroom, the hall, maybe a guest room, maybe the foyer, and maybe the living area. That's what I would vacuum. You're going to sweep your kitchen every day. We'll talk about that when we get to the after dinner routine. You're going to sweep your kitchen every day, so you don't have to worry about the kitchen. For the bathrooms, I would shake the mats or the rugs in the hallway before you vacuum, so that you vacuum that up in the hallway, and then you can pop in the bathroom and get the edges real quick and get the hair, like 2 seconds in the bathroom. So I recommend that. And then for mopping, you're going to mop for 3 minutes in the kitchen, 2 minutes in each bathroom. I recommend an O-Cedar spray mop. It's the last time I saw it was like $22. It used to be $19. It's like $22. It's got a container on it that you put your own water in. I put a cap full of Mrs. Meyer's general purpose cleaner in it. It lasts for several weeks. I don't have to go buy a Swiffer snap-on thing. I don't have to worry with that. It cleans, it's fast, it's got a microfiber head that flips over. So I wash the kitchen with this side, and I flip it over and do the bathrooms with this side, okay? And it doesn't leave a lot of water on your floor, so it dries really quick. I don't want you mopping your hardwood surfaces in the other parts of the house. This is not deep cleaning, just mopping the kitchen floor. And if your kitchen is huge, then you're just going to mop in front of the dishwasher, the stove, the refrigerator, or maybe around the island or around the table. That's it, and maybe hit the center. 3 minutes. When you're done, go to the bathrooms and mop the whole bathroom. Bathrooms are small. If you have 4 bathrooms, you're going to spend 12 minutes in the bathrooms plus 3 minutes in the kitchen, so you're going to spend 15 minutes. But most of you don't have 4 bathrooms. Most of you have between 1 and 3 bathrooms. So if you have 3, you're going to spend 6 minutes in the bathroom. I think I said 12 in the bathrooms before. No, it would be 8 in the bathroom. It would be 11 total. 8 in the bathrooms, 2 minutes per bathroom. 3 minutes in the kitchen, that would be 11, even with 4 bathrooms. So if you have 2 bathrooms, it's going to take you 5, 6, 7 minutes. That's it. And then you take the head off, the microfiber head, put in the laundry, wash it, go put that away. Always put your tools away when you're done. Store them nicely. Don't sling them in the area. Wrap the cord up. Take a few minutes. Slow down. And when you're done, you're going to look around at your house and you're going to say, oh my gosh, this looks really good. How could that be? But it is. It's so. And you do that every week. If you're payroll, you're going to do it on Saturday morning. If you're at home, you're going to do it on Mondays. On Tuesdays, if you're at home, you're having a free day. If you're payroll, you don't have a free day because you work every day. On Wednesday, you're going to do planning and desk day. If you're a payroll, you're going to do planning and desk day Sunday afternoons when it's quiet. So planning and desk day is just that. You take your planner and you plan out the next week. I always recommend doing Monday through Sunday of the next week. What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to work Monday through Friday. I'm going to do my weekly home blessing hour on Saturday. I'm going to do my planning and desk day Sunday afternoon. When am I going to do the other things that Kat's about to tell me? Well, I'm going to tell you. On Thursday, on planning and desk day, if you work, I would do that one on Sunday. Like I said, if you're at home, you're going to do that Wednesday afternoon. And it takes a couple of hours. You're going to check all of your food. So you're going to look in your refrigerator and your pantry and in your freezer, throw out anything that needs to be thrown away, and you're going to plan out your meals based on what you have in the fridge, the freezer, and the pantry. And then you're going to make a grocery list based on what you're missing to complete your menu. Okay? So if you look in there and you find that you have sweet potatoes and cabbage and rice, maybe you're going to make a sweet potato and cabbage stew and you're going to serve it over rice with coconut milk. I mean, everybody has different things they eat. Maybe that's totally not you. Maybe instead you want to chop up the cabbage and fry that and have a baked sweet potato and you need a piece of ham. So you're going to write ham and maybe some cornbread. You know, you're going to write cornbread mix. I don't say to make everything from scratch. That's lovely, but it's not very practical. If you can find a good cornbread mix that you love, buy that. If you can find a good spaghetti sauce that you love, I personally love Bertelli, garlic and onion. It's delicious. I think it's garlic and, is it garlic and onion? I don't know. It's good. Whatever it is, garlic and something. I haven't bought it in a while. But anyway, find things that you love and use those things. Make it easy. Dinner doesn't have to be hard. Okay, but every day you need to know what you're having for dinner. So put it in your planner. In my planner that I have from Kimmy, I have a place to put my dinner plans. So here is this week, and I will show it to you. There's my dinner. It's all planned out. This is my week, all planned out. This is my zone, my focus rather. My focus and my zone, they're all planned out. I already know what I'm going to do every day. This is when I work every day. These days are gone. So I have a plan and I know what's happening. Tonight we're having cheesy tilapia, and I said broccoli, but I've changed it to asparagus. And that was actually supposed to be Tuesday, but Tuesday we had more leftovers, so we're having that tonight. I'm moving things down. So, it's not in stone. That's why I use those friction erasable pens that I get on Amazon. I don't have an Amazon store. I wish I did. I never think to make that up. So you can buy it on Amazon. They're wonderful because you can erase what you write, and that's always helpful. Okay, where was I? All right, so we've done planning and desk day. And planning and desk day, we've taken care of our food. We've made a grocery list. Maybe you make your grocery list on an online system like Target or Walmart, and you just go pick your groceries up. The good thing about that is that you have an idea of how much money you're going to spend. So the next thing is finances, and you can check to see, am I in line with my budget? Do you have a budget? You might want to create a budget. So how much do you allocate for groceries every week? That's your budget. Did I stay under? Did I go over? What do I need to change before I put this in? I could certainly not have this. I could buy this, which I saw was on sale when I checked the online site. I'll have this instead. Okay? All right. That's food, finance. So you're also going to pay your bills on finance. If you're the one in charge of the bills, then pay your bills. Make sure the things that were supposed to come out came out properly. They didn't get double drafted, or they came out on time. You need to know what your bills are. Don't depend on someone else to bill you. Even by mail, those things can get lost in the mail. They can get lost going online. It's not very likely, but it totally can happen. So you want to make sure that you know what's due when, so you're on top of it. So you can say, hey, electric company, I didn't get my bill, or I didn't get charged, or whatever it is. You need to stay on top. You need to be, because you're ultimately responsible, not the electric company in this example. As a banker, an ex-banker, I can tell you that. Okay, last part is look at your budget. Do you have the right amount in savings? Are you saving for the right things? Now is the time to start your savings for next year's Christmas if you haven't already started doing that. That's just an example. Also saving for vacation. You need to save for these things. You don't want to depend on getting a bonus or putting it on a credit card and paying it off all year. You want to save. You're going to feel so much more empowered. All right, but remember, I'm telling you a lot of things, but I'm telling you this over a lot of time. You're going to do one thing a day, one thing a day, one thing a day. One thing that I would recommend for you, if you haven't already done it, is I have a Patreon channel, and it's patreon.com. You're looking for A Better Life with Kat. It might be A Better Life with Flylady Kat. It's over there on Patreon, and you can do my boot camp. Boot camp, it will cost you $5 to have 1 month of Patreon. And there are 31 days of boot camp, and it started October 1st. You can go back to October 1st, and you can follow boot camp. It tells you exactly what to do every single day. So that might be something for you to try. All right, so we finished the planning and desk day, I think. Food, inbox. We have an inbox. So when you're going through your paper and you're putting things that require action in your inbox, this is the day you actually handle those things, which is why I don't want you doing wads and wads of paper every day, because you're going to end up with so much in your inbox that really requires true action, not just trash, that you're going to be overwhelmed. So only go through an inch a day. 6 days, you're going to have a little bit in there that you need to take the time to go through and perform the action. All right, the next day is car and purse day. No, sorry, the next day is errand day. That's when you run your errands. So on that day, you've done your routines and you run your errands. You're going to go to the grocery store and anywhere else that you need to go for your family or yourself on a circuit, so that you get home. If you have to keep your frozen foods in your car for a long period of time, then I recommend you carry a cooler in your car. or visit the grocery store last on your circuit. Maybe go the opposite way. And then make sure you have something planned for dinner that's easy that day, because you're going to be putting groceries away, okay? And then the last thing we're going to do is car and purse is on Friday. That just means clean out your car, clean out your purse. Doesn't mean wash it, doesn't mean vacuum it. It just means take the junk out and vow to yourself not to let that stuff accumulate in your car again. Every week you're going to be checking that. And that's a light, easy day once you get used to doing that. And then the final thing is on Family Fun Day, you're going to have fun with the family. If you're payroll, you can do car and purse on a work day. It's very little. And Family Fun Day is fun with your family. People who work from home or work in a payroll job outside of the home, who work 40 hours or more, you're going to do your weekly home blessing hour, and you're going to do your zone on Saturday, so it's going to take you 2 hours. I'm about to tell you about zone, but that's it, just 2 hours. And then Sunday afternoon, you're going to do your planning and desk day. And then every day, you're going to do your routines. Okay, you're not necessarily going to have to do paper on Sunday, and you're not necessarily have to do laundry on Saturday or Sunday, especially if you're an at-home homemaker. I'd like you to keep your weekends open. For those who work, they have a little harder time doing that. They may have to do some of that on Saturday, and hopefully not, but sometimes Sunday. Having been in the corporate world for 40 years, I know how that goes. Okay, finally, we're going to talk about zones. A zone is a portion of your house. So you're going to break your house up into 5 portions. In general, you're going to have, number 1 is the entryway. That's your front porch, back patio, deck, entrance into the garage. It's the actual surrounding area outside. It's the door itself and anything on the inside. Now, if your house just opens right into an apartment, then that's it. It's just the door and the outside. But if it opens into a foyer, an entryway, a mudroom, then you have that area as well. So that's your entryway. Some people who have a formal dining room will add that to their entryway because there's not much going on in there during the week. It's easy to take care of. Some people will have a hall closet that they want to add. Some people may have a set of stairs that they need to take care of. That will all be in the entryway. That's zone 1. Zone 2 is the kitchen. It could be an eat-in kitchen or not, but it's zone 2, includes the pantry. Zone 3 is the hall bathroom. That's like the main bathroom upstairs in the hall. Or if you live downstairs, you have a 1-story home, it's that one bathroom you have in the hall, or it's the kids' bathroom. That's the main bathroom. And an other room. An other room would be a laundry room, a mud room, an office, a guest room, a sunroom, something like that, a sewing room, a craft room. That would be an other room. The garage, those would be other rooms. The basement, a formal living room. All of those would be other rooms. And most of those don't get a lot of traffic. Some of those have a lot of storage happening in there because they don't get a lot of traffic. We hide things in there. So you're going to have some work to do, but it's okay. Relax, take a breath, blow it out. You're going to get to it. Okay, so zone 3, when you work in that bathroom one day, if you're an at-home homemaker, 15 minutes, you're going to clean the tub and or shower. That's it. Because when you do the weekly home blessing hour, you're taking care of it. And in the morning, when you swish and swipe, when you do your morning routine, you're going to swish the toilet bowl and wipe out the sink. Every single toilet and sink, bathroom sink that you have. You're going to do it every morning. It takes a second. It's not a big deal. Don't exaggerate. Just go from, I had 3 in my last home. I did my husband and I, our master bath. I did the hall bath, and I went downstairs on the way to the kitchen, stopped in there and did the bathroom under the stairway, the half bath. It had a sink and a toilet, so you can do this. That's it. So during the week, you're going to do just, when you do the weekly home blessing hour, you're going to mop it. So there's really not a lot left to do. So clean the shower. Maybe you want to wipe the countertops, but that's all you're going to do. Now, if there's a lot of clutter in there, you don't go to another room. You stay in that room and work for the next 3 days that you work in there, the next 15 minutes. So let's say Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 15 minutes only working on decluttering in that room. 15 minutes at a time, throw away, put away, give away. Put them in 3 different containers. At the end of the time, complete the process by putting the throwaway in the garbage, putting the put away in different parts of the house where they belong, and putting the giveaway in the trunk of your car. If you need to, cover it up with a towel so the family won't see it and say, "Ah, you're giving this away?" Don't be tempted. Cover it up. Take it on your errand day to the Goodwill or wherever you're taking it. Okay? So that's that. That is think that's everything. Let's see. Oh, the zones we're not through. So the same thing happens in the other room. So you're going to pick one other room. Let's say it's the laundry room. And you're going to work for 15 minutes in there 3 times. Now, if you're payroll, you're going to do that for 1 hour at a time. So you're going to take 4 15-minute units on Saturday, put them together and make an hour. So you're going to work 15 minutes in the bathroom, cleaning the shower, or in the hall bathroom, cleaning the shower or the tub, or both. And then you're going to spend the other 45 minutes working in that one other place, whether it's in the bathroom itself or in another room. And you're going to stick with that room every time you hit this zone 3, until it's complete. And then you're going to go to the next room until all of them are complete. It could take a year. It could take longer. It could take less time. It's okay. How long has it looked the way it looks? The dripping of water wears away stone. That's what you want to remember. That's the real thing. The rabbit and the tortoise, the hare and the tortoise. The hare hurried and hurried, never got it, never won the race. The tortoise won the race. So I want you to know that hurrying causes anxiety. I want you to slow down and enjoy yourself. I don't want you to dawdle. I want you to get it done so you can get on with your life. Cleaning your home, keeping your home organized is not a priority. It is important, and it is a priority for your family to live in a nice, organized home, but it is not the top priority. Your top priority is loving your family and spending time with them and taking care of yourself and loving yourself and being a good person to those people by taking care of yourself and resting so that you feel nice and you feel good and you can give the best of yourself. Okay, zone 4. Zone 4 is your master bedroom, your master closet, and if you have one, your master bathroom. Same process. Declutter first. Once it's all decluttered, then when we get to that zone again, we're going to be able to deep clean 4 things. It's going to be so much easier. Deep cleaning is not hard when there's no clutter. Zone 5 is the family area, the family room. So whether it's your living room or your family room, whatever that place is where everyone gathers, that's zone 5. Okay, so that's how we do this. And if you'll watch my boot camp on Patreon, join that. It's $5 a month. I make videos there every single day, 5 days a week. But if you go back and watch October, you can do the whole boot camp. And hold yourself accountable, discipline yourself. This is the trick to getting this to work, is to know that it's simple, to know that it's little steps, to know that you're going to do the next thing, to follow your planner, to trust that you can do this. I know you can. I trust you. Trust me to tell you what to do every day. And at the end, you're going to say, oh my gosh, Kat, this was so easy. I'll just give you one example. I have a wonderful client in Canada. She is actually in labor right now, early labor. She's got 3 little children. Her youngest is 18 months old and 2 others. I think they're 7 and 4. Her husband works all the time, so she's at home all day long. Her house was a wreck. She started with me being personally mentored, and then we did all we could. She was doing pretty good. Then she hit boot camp, and in the middle of boot camp, she said, Kat, I think my house is cleaning itself. It's because she started really doing every part of the program. So when you do, and you discipline yourself to do every part of the program, you might feel like my friend Catherine. Now, the house is never going to clean itself. You're doing the work. But it might feel like that because you've created a habit and a flow. It's like learning to drive a car. At first, it's really, really hard to put it all together. But once you figure it out and you get used to it, and it becomes a muscle memory, you just drive your car. It's like a part of you. And that's the way it's going to be to keep your house clean. So don't let this system overwhelm you. Know that you can do this. And I want you to remember one thing. You are beautiful. So be beautiful.